Hello YouTube, and welcome to my ranking of Wave 3 of the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Booster Course Pass. As you can tell by this upload date, I'm finally starting to get caught up with the ranking videos. Woo! Anyways, let's go right in. I don't think this ranking is going to be, opinion-wise, as controversial as Wave 2, but I definitely is going to start off with a controversial pick. With number 8, Tour Mary Mountain. This track's so boring! I find the music uninspired, and the layout's just boring. It's not an oval, I'll give it that. But like, if I'm gonna play a snowy mountain track, I'd rather play the other ones in this game. If I'm gonna play a Tour Nitro, I'd rather play anything besides Sky High Sunday. Like, I just don't find this track fun. I just find it so boring. Whenever I play, I'm just like, please be over. Please be over. Please be over. Like, it's just nothing there. You got the little route split at the beginning of the track. So cool, I guess. I don't know. I don't care about that. It doesn't make me like the track at all. Number 7, Tour London Loop. You know, I enjoy the music. I like this track visually. But it's too long. Cut out the second lap and this automatically goes up a couple of places. Gonna be completely honest. I just feel like this, like Mary Mountain, just halfway through the race, I'm being like, okay, can this be over? Because it's just so long. And, you know, if you look at all the stats, I don't even think this is in the top half of the longest tracks in the game, but it feels really long. Like, Waluigi Pinball's a really long track, but I never am like, please be over, please be over, please be over. But this track, I don't know. I like it, but I feel like I'm a year older when I'm done. Number 6, GBA Boo Lake. You're like, whoa, you're placing, you complained about Snowland, but this is in the same place as, yeah, it's in the same place because this wave's way better than Wave 2. It sets a higher bar. Boo Lake is one of the best GBA tracks in Mario Kart 8. You wouldn't think it because of how low in my ranking it is, but it is genuinely my second favorite GBA track in Mario Kart 8. And, you know, part of the reason why it's so low even then is just because I think they've chosen a bad selection of GBA tracks, not gonna lie. And the good selections are a little bit chopped up. Sky Garden, Sunset Wilds. But the music's great. Visually, this track looks pretty good. And it's just really fun to race on. This is one of the few tracks that I think uses anti-gravity well, and combined with the fact that you're underwater, makes that even more fun. Love this track. I'm always delighted when it comes up. Number 5, Tour Berlin Byways. You probably wouldn't know. You probably wouldn't guess it based on how low it is on my ranking, but I consider this to be the best non-Wave 5 city track. The best pre-Wave 5 city track is Berlin. I'd say it's better than anything of Waves 1, 2, 3, and 4. I love it. The music's great. The layout is phenomenal. It's a traffic course, which means I simp for it. And I just find the layout so much fun, and so fun and energetic just to go through. Again, Wave 3 just has a really high bar, as it has some really good retro picks, including some of my all-time favorite tracks in the franchise. So, I love it, but has to go here. Number 4, DS Peach Gardens. You know, if I did this ranking video when Wave 3 released, Peach Gardens would probably be second to last. This is a track that I never really cared for, and when the music leak came out in August 2022, I was immediately disappointed. What if we don't get Airship Fortress? And I immediately said, when it was revealed, if we don't get Airship Fortress, I am not blaming whatever comes in Wave 4. I am blaming Peach Gardens. And you know what? I still hold a little bit of a grudge of Peach Gardens. Wave 4 was the beginning of a row, so it makes sense that a harder track like Airship Fortress would not be in Wave 4. I still think Airship Fortress should have been here instead of Peach Gardens. I think Peach Gardens actually would have worked for Wave 4 personally. Although I do like Mario Circuit more than Peach Gardens, so I don't know. I still think of all of the DS tracks we've gotten thus far in the Booster Course Pass. Peach Gardens is the one that I kind of have the least desire for. Is it my least favorite? No, it's not. It's just, to me, the most replaceable one. Shroom Ridge is, in my opinion, a worse track, but it had never been remade before. Waluigi Pinball, iconic. Mario Circuit, not only do I like it more, it's never been remade before. Peach Gardens, I like it. I think it's a really good track. It's in the top 4th of my overall track ranking for this game. Especially with that third lap. It's just, I wish it was Airship Fortress. Number 3. 3DS Rock Mountain. To me, one of the 2 most underrated tracks in the entire franchise. Killer music, super fun layout. It's one of the few tracks to me that truly actually utilizes gliding in a fun way with all the verticality of it. And the crawl at the end up the hill, again, I actually think is a good use of anti-gravity. I think this track is a banger. Now, I wish there was a little bit more curves and winds in this track. I wish it had a little bit more cliffside driving, kind of like Shroom Ridge. But, and I wish it didn't look like a Wave 1 track. But that doesn't matter. Visuals aside, this track is so much fun. And the only track that I think is more underrated than this banger is GBA Rainbow Road. I could make a video on that, though. And maybe I will. Number 2, 3DS Rainbow Road. Now, if you asked me when this track came out, this was my favorite track in the entire franchise, I would have said, hell yeah! And as far as why it's not my number 1, does it have anything to do with it being the remake itself? No. Did they soften some turns? Apparently. I don't know. I haven't played it in Mario Kart 7 recently enough to actually learn for myself. I don't care. Visually, is it different? I think visually it's the best looking Rainbow Road as of this video. And the music, is the music a downgrade from Mario Kart 7? I don't think so. I just don't like the track itself as much as I used to. There's just other tracks I like way more now, like Mount Wario and our number 1 track. But I still love this track. It is still, to me, everything a Rainbow Road should be. An epic adventure, and it utilizes Mario Kart 7's some of its core gimmicks and its track design, that being the one-lap track and gliding. It utilizes both of those, and while I don't think it utilizes gliding amazing or anything, not like Rockbrook Mountain, it still utilizes it in a well way, in a lot more fun of a way than Mario Kart 8 uses anti-gravity. And again, it being a single lap course, I feel like it utilizes Mario Kart 7's mechanics, and I think Rainbow Roads should always embody that game's design, and for the most part, actually, Mario Kart 8 does. And Mario Kart 7's does that perfect. I just don't love it as much as I used to. Number 1, Wii Maple Tree Way. Yeah. This is actually my favorite Wii track now. And it's actually because of this remake that it became my favorite. The reintroduction of Half Pipes, I never was a huge fan of Half Pipes, so it's still really cool. This track has wigglers on it. It has amazing music. I love this remake of the music with the harmonica. Absolutely adore it. And I just love racing on this track. I could race on this track multiple times in a row and just not get sick of it. I adore everything about this track. Its music, how it looks, how it races, its gimmicks, everything. And I know some people are salty, it doesn't have the bouncy net at the end. I don't care. I think that's a perfect place to put a gliding segment. It's one of my favorite gliding segments in the franchise, actually, at the end of Maple Tree Way. As you're just gliding and looking at the trees and all. So good. I absolutely adore this track. Anyways, that's my ranking of the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Booster Course Pass, Wave 3. I think I said Wave 3 multiple times, but I do not care. Overall, this wave's stellar. The only track that I can explicitly say I don't really care for is Merry Mountain. Everything else I at least like, if not love. I love so many tracks here, and it's hard to believe that it only gets better from here. See you next time, YouTube.